I clicked on it, and then it became active. It was like a spinning wheel. YouTube's stupid sometimes. Like, you have to actually have the window enabled for it to go live. Dumb. Yeah, I stopped doing vertical on Twitch, just because it seemed like nobody liked it anyways. Is there a purpose to play on Eternal Realm? Do we get seasonal content too? Note, you do not get seasonal content. The only purpose is if you're just somebody who really doesn't like resetting, and you don't care if you're missing out on some of the content. So I never play Eternal. I think, for me, Eternal's a waste of time. Unless I'm just, like, testing something real quick on a character I already have built. But that's rare. But if you're someone who enjoys the reset, then yeah, there's no real reason for it. It's like a graveyard. How am I? I'm doing well. How are you doing? Funny, you used to think seasonal was a waste of time, then you grew up. I mean, if you really like are invested in the game and you like playing the new content, then it's a waste of time. But if you're somebody who's much more casual and only plays here and there, then it makes sense to do Eternal. I really do hope that they eventually add some kind of like import feature for Paragon, so you can just like export and import strings. They teased that in one of their surveys, and now that PoE is basically doing that on their passive tree, I think there's a very good chance they might do it eventually. And you know, if that ever happened, I might just have to add that to a certain website. Maybe. Feel so sad as a casual player to invest time in a character that'll become useless? I mean, if you're a casual player, though, and you only play Eternal, then they're not useless, right? Yeah, that one. But you want new content? I mean, you do get some of the new content. Like, you'll get, like, new bosses and, like the new items, the new aspects, the new uniques, that kind of thing. You just won't get whatever the seasonal mechanic is. But I mean, like, even as a casual, it doesn't take that long to level. And like, if you were just playing the same character every season, like once you gear up a character, if you start the new season with that character, you're going to be bored so fast because you're not going to have anywhere to go with it. At least that's how I feel about it. You switched from Chain Lightning to Ball Lightning. Didn't like it. So I definitely think Ball Lightning is more powerful, but I think Chain Lightning is more fun to play. I'm also wondering, would it be worth to switch to a one-hand and an offhand, or is a staff the best way to go?
Yeah, not too bad.
Interesting.
Had a sense of adventure.
Hit it! Your Chain Lightning was doing more damage? Interesting. Did you have better gear for Chain Lightning, though? The game only becomes boring once you hit Paragon 300? Yeah, I don't know. I've never done that. You'd kill for Switch 2 version? So, fun fact. I have opened up the game files in like a... what do they call it? Like an editor software for game files. And in the game code, it specifically has text that says Switch 2 in there. I don't know if that means anything. It could just be like boilerplate stuff that all games have in there. But I thought that was very interesting. You were clearing 120 pit versus barely 110 with Ball Lightning? Interesting. What tier can Chain Lightning reach versus Ball Lightning? 150 according to me. I don't know. I haven't gotten that high at all. So I did this thing where I started with Warlock, played that for a while. Then I did Sorc for a little bit. Then I went and did Barb. Then I went and did Necro. And now I'm coming back to the Sorc because it's been my favorite so far. So I definitely haven't pushed that high with it yet. And I've been mostly just playing it on stream. So I definitely haven't played as much as I could have on this character. So the highest I've done, I think, was a 115. Think of switching from two-hander to one-hander. The Armageddon aspect lost a lot of power. Yeah, I don't know. Honkers! Hi, Samantha. Man, my unstable occurrence is on a long cooldown. That was a mistake. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Yeah, without it, I'm just like, doo-doo-doo. Okay, go. Go! Go! Okay. Okay. Supposed to put on your ring? Interesting. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Didn't mean to go in yet. It'll be fine. There we go. Much better. Turn your Esus into a charm for ball lightning so it'd save your loadout, and chain lightning is bricked? Oh no. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to find another pair of Esus though. I was like, speaking of which, wrong boots. Yeah, I don't know. I do think ball lightning is fun, but I think I'm enjoying chain lightning better. You struggle getting good Esus? Yeah, mine are okay, but not great. Could definitely be better. That 1 to mastery skill is kind of oof. Found your first mythic seal? Nice. Where'd you find it? I have yet to find one. Was it better than Timmy's?
What is a waitress, isn't it?
Hordes.
Chart the course.
Haven't looked yet? Stat bonus reduced by 1. Nice. You got the good one. Really the only one that seems worth using ever.
Party mode.
Oh shit.
Unlocked. Spam your memes for free.
Aw,
Describe
shit.
the next song in chat.
Nice. So many poop balls. Mythic seals are so rare. It's not fair because they can have bad fixes. Yeah, I mean, there's only like what, 3 options. But yeah, just I have not found one yet, and I've played probably. I have to have 150, 200 hours this season.
A brand new song is on its way. Keep the train alive for 3
Maybe more? I don't
minutes
even know.
to unlock it.
Although, what do they salvage into?
Noobster is the hype.
Do they turn into a
train
spark?
King.
Or is it just crafting maps? Or It really does kind of sound like Imagine Dragons, doesn't it? Electric poop balls, hell yeah.
Chat, your brand new track is ready. You know what to do. Level up the train to unlock it.
What song is this? It's an AI generated song from my hype train.
Rizarjay is locked in without a kill. The new signal hits like a lightning bolt. No walls can stop us, zero default. Through the floorboards, the telepathy flows. Same brainwave.
Thank you for the biddies.
Everybody knows we dodge the headlights.
Lucky chances. Cheered.
A little too butt rock adjacent? Yeah, you're not wrong. I wonder if I can go in there and like ban genres.
Time remaining. 2 minutes.
Let the garden rise. Create the paradise. Right before
This is Stomp Clap White Dad Rock.
clearing out the path. We're doing this for love. We're doing the math. Diablo mobs can't stop the vibe. The bees are coming home.
90% of my normal playlist is butt rock. I don't know about all that.
They will survive.
I don't know about 90%. Mm. What up, Garp? How you doing?
Save the day. The connection.
Time remaining. 1 minute.
Pressure is dropping.
2 subs to level up.
Is weak. Look at them. The bees. They're looking for love, but the garden is dying.
Heavenly Strength
Who will
upgrade.
step up? Who will pay the
Reminds you of
toll? Who will
Sabaton?
save
I don't know who that is.
the hotel?
Should I?
The stream is slowing down. The flowers turning brown. Don't let the
30
buzz
seconds.
What's my favorite class? Sorc.
Time is running out.
I've always been a Sorc enjoyer, though.
need the bits to keep the flow. Fix the way.
There is only 12
Wait,
seconds
is
left.
Hoobastank considered butt rock? Yes. Sh-
The hype train has reached its destination.
Started to play this again after such a long time. Are you enjoying it? Alright, this guy is a little tanky. Okay, we got him. You made a Sorc, but honestly, you've always gravitated towards Necro. You make one every season. So this season was the most I've enjoyed playing Necro since the game launched, but it is still my least favorite class. I don't know what it is. Like, it just doesn't click with me for some reason. Probably the same way that Sorc didn't click with you as much, but it seems like a lot of people like it. Is that where Butt Rock came from? That makes sense. That makes sense. I had not heard that. Then yeah, most of my playlist is Butt Rock, I guess. When will the new season come out? It looks so it's not officially announced, but it looks like it's going to be June 30th. Thank you for the subby. Appreciate it. Yeah, so this Thursday we're getting a Sanctuary sit down on their Discord that's going to announce the PTR for next season, and based on the in-game reliquary date and stuff and the seasonal page, looks like it's going to be the end of June. Your most hated class is Warlock this season? You thought they would be good like how Paladins were when they dropped? I thought they would be way stronger than they were too. I still had fun with it, but yeah, it definitely wasn't as strong as people were expecting it to be. First season, you haven't maxed out your character almost 30 days in. True. Yeah, they actually gave us some chase, which is nice. It's like you can get your character to a point where it's good pretty quickly still, but to really max it out, it's going to take some time. You want the Witch Doctor back? One thing that I think is funny is if you translate Warlock, I believe it's into Spanish, and then translate it back, it translates to Witch Doctor. I do think Witch Doctor would be cool, but I do think between the Warlock and the Spiritborn, we kind of got most of what the Witch Doctor would have had. And also, we've already kind of been to Nahantu, which is where the Witch Doctors were from, so it seems pretty unlikely. But if they did it, cool. I still think it would be cool to have some kind of like subclassing moving forward into future expansions or whatever. Like maybe don't give us new classes, but give us branches of different archetypes that we can play on the existing classes. Maybe you could make like a Warlock lean into a Witch Doctor somehow. I don't know. Similar to the way that we could have like a rogue turn into like an assassin or an Amazon or something like that. Witch Doctor Mercenary would be cool. Although I think a lot of people want they want to play that class, similar to a lot, like the way that a lot of people want to be able to play a monk or an Amazon. But I guess having them in some ways better than nothing. But yeah, I'm really curious, like if we do get more expansions, which I do think that we will, and I made a whole video that I put out today talking about it. I am curious, like, are we going to get more classes, or are we going to get different forms of progression? Like, I do think, like, because PoE and Last Epoch both do their masteries and ascendancies and that kind of thing, could Diablo look into doing something like that now that we have, like, a well-rounded 8 classes, 2 of each core stat? Like, it feels very clean right now. So, like, adding one new class would kind of muddy the waters? I don't know. Very curious to see what happens in the future. Yeah, I feel like they're not going to give us any more mercs either. I think if they were going to, we probably would have gotten some with Lord of Hatred. Like, Amazons and Oracles would have been perfect mercenaries. Do. Will you die already? Alright. You might have seen it wrong, but I'm pretty sure you saw a post on Facebook, D5 in pre-production. Did you see it from a reliable source, though? I mean, there's a good chance that it's in pre-production, but I think it'll be a long time before we actually get an announcement. Like, I think the earliest we might see D5, like, actually released, like, absolute earliest is 2030, and even that seems soon. What's my top average DPS? I don't know, the game doesn't tell me. Day 1 asking for a Bard class? A Bard would be fun. Can't say, but you're doom scrolling? Yeah, I'm guessing that was one of those bait articles that's not real at all. Like, especially with like the way that AI generates images, it'd be so easy to like just fake anything. Should hop on the AI thumbnail meta. Everyone's been doing it on YouTube. I hate it. Like, I'll be the first to admit, I use a little bit here and there for certain things that I can't do myself. But most of my thumbnails I make from scratch. Because, like, all of, like, the ones that, like Rob puts out, like, it's the most obvious AI bullshit ever. And it's just, I can't. What got me into Diablo? So, back in, like, 2002, I walked downstairs and my little brother and one of his friends were playing Diablo 2 on our family computer. And I just watched for a few minutes, like, what is this? And I immediately was obsessed and made my dad take me to, it wasn't GameStop back then, whatever the local, probably Best Buy or whatever. I need to buy this game immediately. You're a Pally and a Barb and you wanted to make a Sorc, so I'm curious what you're hitting for. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the damage numbers. I just kind of look and see how many there are. Like, I don't really pay attention to it that much, but I've definitely hit for big numbers. I don't know how high, though. I'm not really sure. Why do people antagonize AI, though? I feel like, for me, I feel like there are levels to it. Like, when it's just, like, you literally just type in a prompt and just use it as is with, like, zero effort, zero thought, whatever. I don't like that at all. If you use it as a tool rather than something that just does everything for you, I think it's fine. Environmentally, maybe not.
Back to it then.
I don't know. Keeps trying to hit the blacksmith. He probably deserves it. Opinion on the state of the Warlock. It could use some buffing, but I think it's fun.
That's it for that piece.
Okay. What's my favorite build of Warlock? So I only played one. I played the one that I put together, which I called the Carnage Blender, which was like a Hellfire Demon Form, like Righteous Fire type build. But I only got it to T10, and then I switched to the Sorc. Rob baited you so hard with the Dreadclaws build. You were 50 tiers behind everyone in Diablo. It was unbearable until you respect. Yeah, he like was really pushing that build just based on the test that we got to play back in January. Like he kind of just guessed and just made it sound like it was going to be the best thing ever, but nobody really knew. Hello, Mr. Boxman. Mr. Boxman? What's your favorite Sorceress D2, Wizard D3, Sorceress D4 meta to play? D2, I like Blizzard. D4, I generally lean towards lightning builds. I'm doing Chain Lightning right now. Was not a big Wizard fan, though. In D3, I was more of a Monk guy. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious what Boxman is also. Okay, so I know a while ago I was re-rolling these and getting like GAs and stuff all the time, and I feel like I haven't gotten a GA in like a couple weeks. Why Sorc and not Barb? Personal preference? I like Barb too, though. Barb's probably my second favorite character. What's up? Oh, you know, just chilling. I'm Mr. Rizarjay, Mr. Streamer, and you hang out in a small box in my favorite stream. Nice. I am in a small box, aren't I? But it has a rounded corner. Well, I guess, I don't know if you're watching horizontal or vertical. I guess in vertical, it's a very square corner right here. I'm touching the corner. Anyway. All right. Nightmare Dungeon. Boop, boop. Hell yeah, my new videos got me 10 new subscribers today. Hell yeah. Technically rounded on your iPhones, but the vertical stream cuts it off. Fair. Fair. Really needs to up max obols? Yeah, they do. They do. But at the same time, that tells me you need to be spending more obols. I feel like you're done with D4 for now. Can't wait for PoE 2. I'm definitely going to be playing PoE 2 this weekend. But I feel like D4 is in like the best spot that it's been in a long time. Probably ever. And I'm very excited to find out more about Season 14 on Thursday. Yeah, also, yeah. PSA, don't spend your obols in Themis if you're trying to get uniques or mythics. If you go to any of the other obol vendors, you can get uniques and mythics. What all do you need to craft a grand gem? All the articles you read, something different. So you need 5 of the... Well, the grand gem is just the one at the jeweler, right? So you just need gem fragments for that. But to go above that, you need 5 of the highest one from the jeweler and put them in the cube. And then you need 5 of those to go to the next tier. Go to what? Oh, so any of the obol vendors except for the one in Themis. Like, if you go to any of the old ones in the other zones, you can still get uniques and mythics and stuff. It's rare to get mythics, but you can get uniques and stuff from it. Hands down the best 8's ever been? Yeah. So, like, I'm just thinking, like, once we get Season 14 and actually get seasonal mechanics layered on top of all this, it's going to be really sick. And we'll be finding out on Thursday what that's going to be. Goblin Altar. Well, he dead. Just one? Alright. The Curiosity Vendor, yep. So, yeah, for whatever reason, the ones in Themis, you can only get legendaries and below. But if you go to any of the other ones, you can still get uniques. And a very, very low chance to get mythics. What's the most OP build for hard mode campaign? Oh, for hardcore? I don't know. I mean, there are, like, immortal builds. But that they require work to get there. I mean, barbs are pretty good, sorcs are pretty good, but I haven't played all the classes, so I don't know.
Here lies throne, neglected by a foolish priest. My dear child, so sorry. I should have been a better. I should never.
Guess who got paid $10 to play stupid games on his phone? I'm guessing that guy. Right there! Was the game fun at least?
My heart
Like a little bit? A little bit fun?
when your eyes open. But it wasn't
Like at least 3 out of 10? Baby metal.
That dwell here raised your body with a magic
Huh.
foul. I killed him.
Why am I pointing at you? Because Nichols is behind you. Watch out.
I tried to give you a death more painless than your first. Wherever your soul is now.
Hypothetically, if you had control of changing the Sorc meta in any way you saw fit, what would you conjure up? Would you keep it in the lightning spectrum? Would you conjure up if you could? I would just try to figure out some way to balance the other ultimates with unstable currents, because unstable currents just seems broken. Oh, those guys are back. Shit. Did they fix the core tag? They did, but they still need a full patch to fix the tooltips, but they did update it. Like, it is working. It's working as intended, but it's not displayed as intended, if that makes sense. Alternates being Inferno and whatever, what is the ice one called? This guy. Yeah, Deep Freeze. Like, they're just not nearly as, like, they're not competitive with unstable currents. Install game, play to level 20 or whatever, get a few hundred coins, cash them in for a few bucks. Might be the only income for a bit beyond your disability benefits. Hey, it's something. Ow! Man, elites are so much scarier than anything else in this game now. Like, bosses are nothing. The yellow mobs? They mess you up real quick. Some of them are kind of fun and satisfying. You love idle games like management sims? Yeah. Like, hell, I had a cookie click arc not too long ago. A cookie click arc. Cookie clicker arc. There we go. Words, brain, Riz, come on, get it together. Words! I think I died a couple times. Cookie clicker. No sword, no. Give me all of the cube mats, thank you. You just made a bard. What skill should be? Oh, you made a bard? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really sure what a bard would use on their amulet, to be honest. I played one whirlwind bard, but I didn't get that far. Yo, what up, dude? Okay, we need to go repair.
Look.
Where are we looking? Random question. On your Undercrown, the number of summons is tagged in blue, and my understanding when you masterwork, all blue line get upped. Why doesn't the pet count go up? I think it's a rounding thing. Like if it goes from like 2 to 2.4, it'll stay at 2. But I'm guessing that if you hit it again, then maybe it goes up. Like if you hit it to like orange or whatever, or got like item quality on it and it went to yellow, it might round up. That's my guess.
That's it for that piece.
Either that, or I think there are some stats that are bugged and they just kind of don't go up, but I don't think that's one of them. There's part of you that wouldn't mind getting indestructible if you could roll it on every item. Probably possible. You went Lightning Blizzard Sorc and can't seem to get gear past T10. I never did try the Lightning Blizzard.
You know where to find
All right,
me.
going back in. Okay, much better. Much better. You're new to Diablo 4 season gameplay. Only ever played the campaign and stopped. Given the season a shot and loved it. Just beat Echo of Mephisto on T10. Grats, using Whirlwind Barb. What's the next step goal you could suggest to pursue now that you finished that? You were thinking pushing Pit, but you don't know. My recommendation would probably just be to dig into the seasonal stuff, because eventually you do want to do like all of this stuff to try to unlock all of the top rewards and stuff. That's just like something that you could like. I mean, it's all optional. I don't know if these are going to persist or if they're gone at the end of the season. I don't know if they've ever specified that, because like we can't really pick them as far as I can tell. But like, just see if there's like any rewards in here you care about, like this guy. But beyond that, play what feels fun to you. Some people like pushing the tower to see how high they can get on the leaderboards. I personally don't care so much about that, but yeah, I think they're gone too, but I don't know if they've confirmed that or not. Best skill set for Barb, Whirlwind, all shouts. That's what I was doing, but I will say, if you like that playstyle, cool, but a lot of people find it incredibly boring. Like I got mine to T10, and then I was kind of like, alright, I've had enough. How hard's 12? The same? No. So now I believe what used to be T4 is T6 now. It's either T6 or T8. I think it's T8, actually, now that I say that. 12 is much harder. Although, once you're super geared, it's still not that bad. But it does seem like it takes longer to progress through the tiers, which I think is great. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Beast of the Deep. I don't think I've ever seen him before. You agree you're happy getting to T10 as a squishy? Yeah. Like, on several of my characters, I got to T10 and I felt like that's enough. Also, how good is Warlock? Was thinking about trying it. The Warlock feels a little clunky low level. It does get better. Visually, it's very noisy, so if you like seeing your feet, probably not the class for you. There are strong builds, but I would say they're not one of the strongest classes this season. Got Spearborn to T11 currently, but survive in T10 with Mythic Sulic Amulet. Do you need to prioritize health and resistance on gear? I mean, you definitely want to focus on getting your toughness up, which is a combination of your armor and your resistances. So, like, as long as you're not sacrificing so much where you can't kill stuff, I definitely think it's worth getting. Paladin is also one of the weaker classes this season. I think it might be the weakest, but it's still capable of doing most of the content as long as you're picking a good build. Yeah, I'll be very curious to see what balance looks like with the changes in next season, because there's probably going to be a lot of balance changes. I think they probably need to. It would be wild if they had a season where just like everybody felt balanced. It's kind of impossible in these kind of games, but at least get them closer. Keep dying as a Barb in T6 despite clearing T9 pit. Huh. I mean, the thing that I definitely recommend is, like, instead of struggling and dying a bunch, if you're worried about that, definitely pull back a tier to where you can actually kill stuff no problem, get some more gear, level up your glyphs, that kind of thing, and then try again once you've gotten a little stronger. Curious for the next season mechanics? Same. Like, and I talked about it in my video today. I'm really curious if we're gonna get seasonal, like, cube recipes or seasonal war plans or anything like that. Like, they've said in the past that you don't need expansions to play seasons, but that could still be true with them giving us seasonal things in those also, right? Like, as long as the core seasonal mechanic applies to everybody, they could still add that stuff, right? Right? As long as it's not required. But, like, if it's extra? I don't know. I died again. Who put your mother's embrace in your stash? I don't know. Wasn't me. I didn't do it. You know where I would have put the mother's embrace. Not the stash. Would have gone in the garbage can. You're running Celigterial's Might, Air of Perdition, and Starless Skies, as well as a Charm Set and Telemetry. Oh, Temerity, probably. 100% Charm. Just can't figure out Living. Huh. You have all that and you're only in T6? Damn. You've had some good luck. I almost wonder if you're leaning too much on survivability, and you're not, like, you're just not able to kill, so it's taking longer, so you die because of it. Life on hidden weapons? I mean, it could help, but that feels more like a band-aid. I don't know. Could be tough since Cube and War Planner expansion exclusives. That's what I'm saying, yeah. Because they've always said that seasonal stuff can be played by anybody, but, like, if they give us a seasonal mechanic, but then also give us a seasonal tied war plan to go along with it, but not required, or with a cube recipe, like, because, like, those players don't have the cube or the war plans anyways, so they're not missing out on anything. As long as they don't feel required. Should you prioritize dot or physical damage for tempering? You said you were Whirlwind? I don't think Whirlwind does dots, does it? Maybe it does, I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends if you're doing bleed or... Like, you can usually tell if you're doing dot damage if you see, like, on the monster health bars, if it turns to, like, a dark section, because that usually means that's the dot damage applying. But if you're just chunking all one solid color, then it's probably just physical hit damage. They said shout Whirlwind. Where are my lightning balls coming from? So, Unstable Currents triggers a bunch of different conjuration spells and stuff, like Lightning Spear and Ball Lightning and all that kind of stuff. A remix of all the Ancients build. I haven't played that much Barb this season, so I'm not entirely sure. D2 does it. Well, it used to. If you're LOD content, you don't have LOD, no seasonal. So the difference with that though is they have different servers. They wouldn't be intermixed with the same players. That's the same way that Reign of the Warlock works too. So if you don't have Reign of the Warlock, you get to play with people who don't have Reign of the Warlock. You feel like the Poison Twisting Blades is much stronger damage-wise compared to the Barb? I haven't done Rogue yet this season. If you have a Barb and it doesn't manage to kill Mephisto, you've been trying to kill it for ages, that fight's tough. It took me a while to get it on my Sorc. But it felt really good when I did get it. Shit! I had like, what, 1 second left on my cooldown? Rude. Need to kill on Torment 10, otherwise you can't go further with the seasonal challenges. So you can still work on the future, on the further stuff, you just won't get credit for it until you finish it. But yeah. It is definitely a tough fight. You can get carried through it if you can find somebody who's like really strong that's able to do it. But personally, I liked overcoming that challenge myself. It felt good. Get out of here, Dwayne. Shit. Walked right in there. Oh, hello. So yeah, I definitely feel much squishier since changing my helmet. I might have to switch back. What is Asti drop there? Anything good? I don't know. I just felt like doing an escalation dungeon because I haven't done one yet this season all the way through. Yeah, he did. He did. Meow. Don't die, Riz. Don't die, Riz.
Moo 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 moo.
Get him. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
Moo moo moo.
Jeez.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Okay, Astaroth's kind of tanky, huh? Get out of here, Dwayne. Ugh! No. Dang, fuck. How am I only at 241? I don't know. Fucking Dwayne. Some of the season journey stuff requires certain torment tiers to finish, like, say 5 for whatever reason. It won't count if you do it on higher tiers. I have not experienced that. Everything I've done, I've been able to do at higher tiers. Is there a specific one that says that? Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. I don't see those very often. Cleared your first pit 100 yesterday? Hell yeah. Boots! It's gotta be Esu's, yeah? It's gotta be. We did it. 50 to go? Hell yeah. Good luck. Okay.
Taken apart. Left it down.
Interesting. Helltides, for example? Huh.
PT to break another.
I don't remember if I just did that when I was at the appropriate level or what. I didn't have that issue, but there's a season journey activity that does say Torment 9. And you can't do it on 10? Yep, not using those.
That's it for that piece. That's it for that piece.
All right. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop.
Mainlander.
Is this my Thunder God build that I'm currently running? It is, but I've modified it quite a bit.
PT.
I plan on updating the guide. Season rank 8, it says defeat elite of champion monsters in Torment 9. That's it. Huh.
Taken apart. Left it down.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to switch helmets back. Like, even though it does feel like less damage, I just felt like I was able to survive a lot more. Have legendary drop rates been lowered? Yes. Early game, yes. Late game, you probably get way more. You're on T1 and having trouble because you can't get legendaries? Yeah, it's definitely a slower start because they wanted it to feel like more of a journey. Is it Thursday yet? Also, Thursday, I'm not going to bed until I get my YouTube video out. What build is this? This is my own Chain Lightning build. I'm a Thursday? Ah, shit. Yeah, Sorcerer, yep. Level? Paragon 240. So the chain lightning, do you think it's near the strength of ball lightning? It's a good question. So like, if we go to Maxroll's endgame tier list, they have chain lightning as S tiers, a little bit behind ball lightning, but they're both up there. I don't know how similar my build is to theirs, but you can't get tuning prisms to work. Are you missing something? Well, how are you using them, and what is your expectations? Do I run it with crackling energy? Yes. So it is unstable currents. I'm using the threefold set, which is why I have 2 cold, 2 fire, 2 lightning spells on my bar. Which that's the new addition. I'm like, I'm gonna try this and lean into it. What enchantments? Frozen Orb and Spark at the moment. I am noticing I'm triggering a lot of firewalls, so it might be worth putting points into that, because I don't think I have any points in that one right now. Although I don't know what I would take points out of. You put them in the cube with the required materials. It shows tuning but won't work. Did you already transfigure it? Because once you transfigure, you can't change it anymore. Like, check the bottom and see if it says unmodifiable. New item. It should work. Assuming that it's something that actually has eligible stats to re-roll or whatever. Like, you can't use a tuning prism if you don't have, like, if you're trying to use like re-roll or whatever, and you don't have the right type that you're trying to re-roll. Like, if you're trying to do like a focused re-roll with offensive or something, and you don't already have an offensive stat on there, that's not going to work. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. They cooked your Spiritborn. Uh-oh. I have not tried Spiritborn in quite some time. Trying to figure out how people are doing multi-trans mods. You've seen some of the stuff with like up to 3. Only 3? Oh wait, you're talking about the transfigures? Because like, there's screenshots of items that look like this that are coming out. But yeah, the transfigures, you can get multiple. Like when you transfigure something, there's a chance that it does not become unmodifiable. It's like 1 in 30 or something like that. And I have seen people get 3, but it's just very, very rare. Best you've gotten is 2? I've never gotten more than 1. Rest in peace, Thorns Barb. Uh-oh. What's my main class? Sorceress. Like, I like a bunch of classes, but Sorc's always my favorite. Have I tried Charged Bolts and Ball Lightning as enchantments? I've tried a bunch of different stuff. Like, this I'm using for the Crackling Energy, which feels good. This I'm using for the Ice Spikes. Also, the Vulnerable is nice, too. But just having, like, additional conjurations But I don't know. Yeah, I've been bouncing around between a bunch of stuff, and I'm also wondering, because I'm triggering so many flame walls, do I put some points in here? Firewall, flame wall, same thing, right? I don't know. I don't know. Your campaign quest disappeared from nowhere. Did you accidentally skip the campaign? That's the only thing I can think of. Because it is easy to do that, to accidentally skip it. Depends on your build, but the blizzard should auto come out if you have it on vulnerable. Works well. Wait, blizzard should auto come out? If you do charge bolts and ball lightning, how would blizzard come out? You can only skip in the start menu though. I thought it was in game, just went away. I don't know if it's still there, but there used to be an NPC in Kyovashad that you could talk to and it would skip it, I think. But I don't know if he's still there. I was so confused for a second. I saw Raymond of the... And I thought it was another Raymond of the Infinite. And I'm like, wait, Blizzard effects? What is this? Raymond of the Sea. Why did they give it the same art? Should be like the same but blue or something. Anyways, goodbye.
To break another's work.
Worse than Timmy. Aw, shit. You went master ranks on your charm seals, so all the firewall meteor head ranks. What's the goal of this game outside of quests? You're a noob. So generally the loop of Diablo is kill monsters to get better loot, so that you can kill better monsters so you can get better loot, so you can kill better monsters to kill better loot. Forever. Yeah, that's the gist of it. And there is crafting, and finding a good infinite is hard this season. Finding a good a Raymond of the Infinite? Yeah, because of the random rolls on uniques. Which, a lot of people don't like it. And I would be, like, I do think it would be cool to have some fixed versus some random. But I do like that it adds more chase to the season. Will this DLC go on sale? I'm sure it will eventually. They always do. I don't know how soon, but I'm sure they will.
No.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. What a username. Did you unquit Diablo? I did. I unquitted. I unquittered. Since, you know, this game doesn't hard lock my PC. Hi, Dave. How are you? Baking in a heat wave? Aw, shit. This is pretty good. Chilling. Big chilling. Exciting week. Also, 4-day work week's always nice.
Glad you got that.
Not having skills on uniques is booty. I mean, you can get them still. It's just random now. And that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, I don't mind that it's random, but I do feel like if you have an item that is like tailored towards like a specific build, like Axial Conduit, it's specifically for Chain Lightning, right? So like it should give you ranks to Chain Lightning or spells that are like generally used with Chain Lightning. Like if it wanted to give me Ball Lightning, that's fine, but don't give me like Fireball. Don't say chilling to me. You're so envious of the idea of cold. I mean, it is 84 here, so it's not exactly chilly, but not a heat wave either. How do you start getting better loot and killing more monsters now that you're out of quests? So once you get into the end game, it's less about quests. Like there are still side quests you can do if you haven't done every single one. But it's like, I mean, do you have the expansion or nah? What's 84 outside of freedom units? 28.8 in the other units. So like if you have the expansion, I highly recommend looking into war plans because it kind of just tells you like different activities that you can do, which you unlock at this table here. If you don't have the expansion, you can do Helltide, you can do Nightmare Dungeons, you can run the pit, you can do Whispers. About the same here, but you're dying. Is it humid there? I also don't go outside, and I crank my AC. My AC bills are nutty, but I don't care because it's so hot here. Ridiculously humid. So here it's dry, so at least I have that going for me. Follow the yeah. Also, if you're playing seasonal, there's also the season journey thing here, the seasonal ranks, and you can do these as objectives, and that's something to kind of focus on. And those give you rewards for each one. And then as you finish like the capstones of each tier, you also get additional rewards over here. And then these season blessings you earn over time to gain more power for your characters and stuff like that. Oh, cool. Finished a couple things. Boop. It's only for that armor, not for the effect related to the unique. Like, Hammer of the Ancient Chestplate should still come with Hoda skills, not defensive skills. Yeah. Like, I do agree with that. Like, I don't mind that there are some random affixes on uniques, but I do think it would be cool if you're at least getting ones that are, like, closely related to the build. Like, they need to have tighter pools that they can roll from. We're gonna slap the base. Boo! Boo! Okay. You can get a lot of skills from your charms and seals. Yep, sure can. Season's also for alts. Season is also for alts. Nice. They stay. What? What do you mean? I confused. That is one thing that a lot of people don't like, is that the war plans are not shared between your alts. So if you make a new character, you basically have to start over. I do think that'll end up changing because of how vocal people have been about it. I personally don't care either way, but I do think that if they're going to be new per character, they should be faster. But if they're shared, they should be slower. Am I choosing an Infernal Hordes? I am. Very well. This time, Harbinger, let's do it. Oh, what did PoE just post? Am I okay? Yeah, I'll do one every now and then.
Move.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. What did PoE post? To help you get ready for the launch of PoE 2, Return of the Ancients, we've prepared all of the item filter informations you need for this news post. Interesting. Man, I hope Diablo does something like that. I know a certain website that would find that very useful. Where can you fish in Fractured Peaks? Towards the north, there's those like little circular pools. I know you can fish there. Beyond that, Nevesk, like back at the beginning. Nevesk is where Lily is. You mean like a website like DiabloFilter.com? True. Never heard of it. What does that site do, Psychosa? Could you tell me more? Kill Fisto yet? Last time I seen your stream, you were trying to kill him. I have killed him now, yeah. Took me a while, but we got there. We got there. Ah, shit. I went in without my cooldown again. Big dumb idiot. Just wait for it, Riz. Just wait for it. Now go. Go, go, go! Shit. Shit. I got trapped. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Yeah, this is T12. Whoops. You can get loot filter for D2R and Diablo 4 as well as current news. Aw, shit. I need to bookmark that site right now. I just got a notification that I also post my content on Facebook as of a couple months ago, and I got a notification on my phone that someone edited their comment on my post. That's kind of that. Huh. Huh. You think I just died? Aw, how'd that happen? Oh no, I haven't killed Mephisto on T12 yet. Haven't really tried. I killed him a couple times on T10. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm good there. I need more power first. That went a little better. That went a little better. Ooh, we got a Nemesis portal. I better take it soon. Hopefully they fix that. 3 phases is wild, then you gotta do it all over if he cooks you? Yeah. I do hope that eventually they let us at least skip the cutscenes, because those take too long. Like, they were cool the first couple times, but they do not need to happen every time. Shit. Nice. We did it! Oh, another portal? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yeah, they definitely need to fix that. I know that they did it because they were trying to, like, prevent people from exploiting a bug. But they need to just fix the bug, not this Band-Aid half measure. I've never done this, so I don't know what to expect here. I've done the first one, but I've never done this one. Bye. What bug? I don't even know how it worked. But there was some way to, like, invite people or something to exploit, to be able to do like multiple versions of the Nemesis portals or something. So Belial and Dariel. Interesting.
There is no escape.
Ugh. Oh shit. Wasn't expecting that. I did it! No, I didn't. I did it! Ooh, we got a purple. Oh, okay. Okay, well, at least I'll be able to come back and pick up this loot, right? Hopefully. Hopefully. We don't really need the Havarian. No, thank you.
Taken apart.
I probably don't need any of this stuff, let's be real. You had the very last Nemesis portal today and got no loot? Uh-oh. That's weird. Am I helping people need a boss kill? I mean, I haven't been. Depending on what you need help with, maybe. But if it's T12 Mephisto, definitely not. I'm not capable of that yet.
That's it for that piece.
What's with weird colors on gear? That is part of my my loot filter. So if you download a loot filter, which you can get at websites like DiabloFilter.com, DiabloFilter.com, it's a great source for loot filters. You can pick whatever class. Oh, this is cool. Test. That's going to get deleted. You can find a loot filter for your build. So if you're playing a Sorc, you can go through here and find one that looks like it would work for your build, and you can download, you can copy this code, and then in game you can go into loot filter and just paste it right in here, and it'll like recolor certain things based on stuff that you set up or the one that you downloaded set up. Why would someone post a loot filter that says test? That's strange. Okay, it's gone now. Poof. Wait. Why is there another portal here? Oh, is that the first one? And this takes me to the second one? There's another one? I thought I was done. Shit. Holy shit, there's 3 of them? Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? Okay. Getting some loot. What build? This is my chain lightning build. Okay, 2 down, 1 to go. Can't see shit. Do you have the option for Belial Husks? No? So one of them dropped loot? Or is it just all... Huh. Yeah, I didn't realize you would get 3 portals like that. I never got that before.
Mainlander, what brings you?
You're cooking wieners. Are you gonna put them in your mouth?
Met it down.
It's actually not awful. Of course, hell yeah. Okay. Bun length beef wieners, nice. Need a bigger inventory? Yeah, it'd be nice.
Another's work.
Think about the rogue class. So every time, like, when people ask me, I usually say that the rogue is my second to least favorite class. But then every time I play it, I'm like, this is way more fun than I remembered. But then I don't play it for a while. But for me, it's like, there's like 7 classes, and then Necro is like way down here.
Taken apart.
I will say, though, the build I played on the Necro this season was more fun. But
For that piece.
still my least favorite. You're very much enjoying Necro way more than Druid? Interesting. I haven't played Druid yet this season, so maybe I won't like Druid as much anymore, but it's a fun class, very bland. The Rogue? Or the Necro? Because that's kind of how I feel about the Rogue, is like, I think like, it's a powerful class, and it's kind of fun to play, but like, thematically, it's just kind of boring.
Just don't leave me behind.
Thorn's Necro is your favorite? Interesting. Yeah, I've never really got into Thorn's builds.
To break another's work.
Maybe someday. You're going to call it for today? Didn't get much sleep last night? Have a great stream. All right, take it easy, nerdy. Hope you get better sleep tonight. I love, though, that, like, this is an item that you could get and turn it into something fucking godly. Just a blue. Just a random blue.
Taken apart. Met it down.
Ooh, Essadors with Conjuration skills? Could be decent. What dungeon did you do that spawned all 3 bosses? So that was just... that was at the end of a nightmare dungeon, right? Or was it a pit? No, I think it was a pit. But that's from one of the war plans. Is it this one? No. Where is that? My brain. Right here. So if it must have been a layer boss, because if you do this center row right here, so after opening a horde chest, there's a low chance a portal will open to take you to the Nemesis layer. That's right. I did Harbinger of Hatred. So you get an initiate layer boss, And then you get a greater Nemesis layer boss. And then you get the ultimate Nemesis layer, which I had never seen before. That was the first time I ever did that. 10 horde chests worth of items? I didn't see that. What up, Hunter? Why sad face? Yeah, I wouldn't say that was 10 chests worth. Started Sorc today, and it's popping off pretty hard. Hell yeah. Yeah, I really like the Sorc. Apocalypse is too easy? Uh-oh. What up, Ryan? Been a long time since I've watched your stream. How am I doing? I'm doing great. How are you? You lost the love of your life. Sorry to hear that. Still new to this game, so you don't know the dungeons, all that? Gotcha. Yeah, so the layer bosses, like in the end game, there's like specific boss dungeons, like this one, that has that icon on the minimap, where if you have greater layer boss keys, you can fight them. And they present a bigger challenge, but have better rewards. Okay. Okay. Empty your shit. Doing all right? Hell yeah. You went with Static Storm, though? Gotcha. So you used to main Necro, but you can't really get behind the Necro. I will say the build that I played this season... I keep hitting my mic. I do apologize if it's loud. The build I played this season was kind of fun. I don't know how powerful it could get. I was doing T8 comfortably. I could probably do T10. You bought the expansion but never actually played it. How is it? It is by far the best Diablo 4's ever felt. It's like a month in now and I'm still having fun. Usually I'm kind of burnt out within the first like week and a half, 2 weeks. They've added a lot and done a lot. They did a really good job. And this Thursday we're going to find out information about the next season, which I'm very excited for. You can fight them without keys. True, you can fight them without keys, but you need the keys for loot. That is accurate.
That's it for that place.
Okay. I was gonna do something. Oh, right. I need to claim this guy. So we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these done. I need to finish 4 more. So just Infernal Hordes defeat Bartuk and open the Greater Spoils chest. That one seems doable, and I have an Infernal Hordes on this war plan. Lilith on T12 would be spicy. Defeat Blood Maiden. Easy enough. And Undercity with max attunement using a mythic tribute. Okay. Barb's so busted right now? Yeah, true. Actually, I don't know what I have material-wise, but it's been a while since I've looked to see what kind of gems I can make. I can make the highest tier amethyst. I don't need that, though. Although, apparently the amethysts are really good during the Mephisto fight. Because a lot of his attacks do shadow damage. How's Paladin in the real world? In the real world, great. In this game, probably the weakest class. But in the real world, he's fucking awesome. Have you seen any Mythic Charms? I've seen them. I haven't gotten any myself, though. So I need topazes. I'm not even close. Okay. And then diamonds. Also not close. Maybe I lean into shadow damage. It is one of my weaker ones. Might not be the worst idea. It only costs 10 million? You know what? Screw it. Doing it. That like doubled my shadow res? Alright. It's probably worth it. Yeah, it's crazy how expensive the new gems are. All right. We'll do like a 105. I don't need to be doing okay. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Trillions of damage and immortal. It's a joke. Yeah, I mean that's definitely like a gimmicky build, and I doubt it's intended. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up getting changed, but yeah, this season they're out of control. Love when you run a pit and the butcher pops and ends it under 30 seconds? Yeah. Am I playing hardcore? No. I did start a hardcore Sorc. I got it to like level 30 or something. But I haven't played hardcore much this season. Definitely getting changed? What do you, yeah, I mean, I don't know when or how, but I definitely think it'll get changed at some point. Sooner than later. But I don't think they announced anything for tomorrow's patch about it. What's the new thing this season? So this season didn't actually add anything because it was just the expansion. So they let everybody just get used to the new expansion stuff. But next season I'm excited because we're going to get an actual season mechanic layered on top of everything else. But this season added the war plans, it added the Roderick Cube, it added the talisman, the Warlock and the Paladin. New items, the loot filter. And in a lot of ways, it feels very different. All that stuff's expansion stuff, yes. So they are all permanent things. And I know I've said it a bunch before, but the new layouts for dungeons that are based off of the Skobos areas are so much better than the previous dungeons. You saw an article that said they were working on this version before the base game came out. I saw that as well. That was an interview that Zavin gave. And yeah, that's interesting. Like, I figured that they were tossing around ideas. They probably had an idea of where they were going to go, but it sounds like they were, like, well into development. And apparently Infernal Hordes was originally going to be a Lord of Hatred feature, which I thought was wild, since that came out in Season 5. Is the Necro still OP? I think the Necro is fine. I don't think it's OP, no. I would say it seems like Necro's kind of in the middle of the pack this season. You probably won't get charged for like 2 seasons. Wait, it probably won't get changed for like 2 seasons. Look at OG one-tap Hoda build. When the game came out, it lasted like 3 seasons. You could one-tap world bosses. Yeah, I don't know. It really just kind of depends on how motivated they are to nerf it. Because a lot of times, they don't want to nerf people's fun unless it's like breaking the game. So, I don't know. Seems like sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. What build am I doing? This is a Chain Lightning build that I put together. This is the first season where I've actually been making my own build guides, and I'm really glad that I did, because it's been fun. And I hope to get this version posted tomorrow, because I have a version, but it's old and outdated. It will be on Mobalytics. Right now I have an old version called Thunder God. This is like a new version that incorporates cold and fire into it and uses the threefold set. And it feels better. I like it. And it looks cooler, which I'm a big advocate of. I like builds that look flashy and fun. Where are the wings from? I believe those were from the StarCraft crossover. I think this whole cosmetic set was. But I'm not 100% sure. Hello? Season of Slaughter Reliquary. So, no. That was Season 12. Find a Banisher's Talisman that's as good as the real Mythic. Wait. Is it that hard to find one? Um. Find someone with awful stats. Yeah. Like, I do think, though, if they're going to keep uniques totally random the way that they are now, they at least need to let us craft on them in some capacity. Like, I don't mind them being random, but I think that the ranges should be tighter, or they need to let us craft on it in some way, or do something to make them feel a little better. Because right now, they're kind of too all over the place. Better splintering energy? Interesting. I don't think I'm using that right now, but I was. And I might again. Yeah. Crazy to find BLTs this season. Every time somebody abbreviates it BLT, I get really hungry. Sounds tasty right now. It really does. Oh, not that one.
That's it for that piece.
Oh, right. People pointed out to me that you can just push, like, F or something to do this. Wait. Oh, on here. I see.
Moo.
Read a shock skills. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. BLTs are fire? Hell yeah. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Appreciate it. Ooh, okay, there's some GAs. They're shitty ones, but it's been a while since I've seen them, so I'm glad that you can still get them. Gotta go grill? What are you grilling? Can you grill me a wiener? Alright, we out. Brats? Hell yeah. Brats are delicious. I've been trying to understand the Roger Cube. It's foreign to you right now. Honestly, like, it was foreign to all of us a couple weeks ago. But you just gotta read what the recipes can do, and it's not too complicated. If you have any, like, specific questions, I could probably help. But I mean, there's a bunch of recipes in there, and they do what they say, and you can use tuning prisms to hone in what you're trying to get. I'm also waiting for people to find more secret recipes that haven't been announced yet, like that aren't listed in the game, because I'm sure there are some. What staff do I have? Just 4GA Armageddon staff. Have I done the cow level yet? Yeah. So I did the grind. Each expansion, I did them while that expansion was new. So, like, I was pretty ready for it. So many different builds this round. Yeah, the skill tree rework did a really good job at adding way more build diversity. Is there a guide on how to do that you recommend? It's super broken down. I think Wodijo has a pretty good YouTube video. I'm sure a bunch of creators have made them. I should make them, but I feel like so many people already probably have them that it's like, am I gonna have anything to add that they don't already know? Probably not. I think that's my downfall as a YouTuber, is like, if other people already made the video, it's like, eh. I should just do it, not worry about what other people are doing. You've been watching my content the most because you understand it best. That is one thing that I do try to do. Like, I strive to make mine as understandable as possible for somebody walking into the game, like, who's only played for a week. Which is funny. My mom, growing up, always told me, you'd be a really good teacher. What up, Orby? Just the cheeks I wanted to see. Just do it. I'm gonna do it. Come on. Ayo. Early bird gets the worm, I guess? Yeah, something like that. But I did put out a new YouTube video today, so everybody should go watch it and give it a thumbs up and hype it and like it and comment on it and tell me how pretty I am in the comments. What? Did I say that out loud? Am I signing any ducks or other creatures right now? Not at the moment, no. I haven't done that in a hot minute. The last one that I did the giant duck, and then I did fake $100 bills. I haven't done anything since then, though. Quite sure you did watch it and liked it? Hell yeah, appreciate you. Actually, I still have it right here. Yeah, the $100 bills must have been the last one. Although I do have... I have a bag of assorted ducks. One of my friends sent them to me, and I never did anything with them. So who knows? Maybe someday soon, I'll start these. Can't say what I did when I watched it. Oh boy. Oh boy. How many comments is my YouTube video getting right now? I never get this many notifications. Should I be scared? Since stream started, it's got an extra like 2,000 views. I'll take it. Hell yeah.
Mainlander, what brings you? That's it for that.
All right, what are we doing? Undercity. I need to repair my shit. Whatever happened to the giant duck? Oh, so when that whole thing ended, I stabbed him in the face. And then I threw him in the corner. Thank you for subbing. Appreciate it. Bad duck? Oh, he died a painful death. He took up so much room, I had to get rid of him somehow. What did I use to stab him? Was it a cool Diablo sword? So it wasn't this, but it should have been. It should have been this. Why would they give me this? That's dangerous. Also, how did it get all dirty? That's just kind of how it is. They did not send me a cleaver. They gave this to me in person when they invited me down to their headquarters. And then I had to get back on a plane. So I opened it in the hotel room and knew what it was. So I checked my bag because I didn't want to have to worry about it. Some people wanted to open it on stream, so they never unboxed it and didn't know what it was, and they tried to bring it on their carry-on. That didn't go well for them. And this cleaver is gorgeous. Hell yeah. Did they have to throw it away? No, I think they just explained it and they let them check the bag at the gate or something, or not at the gate, at security. They like let them go back and check it. And then a lot of people, they just had Blizzard ship it to them. That was mostly the people who were like the Europeans and stuff, who was a little bit more of an ordeal. I could have, but I'm like, I can check a bag, that's fine. You would have shipped it yourself or something, so you wouldn't have to bother with it at the airport at all. Yeah, I just checked the bag and I was chilling. It wasn't a big deal, but yeah. It was funny though. I opened it, I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? I should like use it to make breakfast. No, it'll never get used. Next time, Blizzard's going to give you a bunch of wires and some C4. Do I have a video explaining the cube? You don't get how it works. I don't, but the more people who ask me make me think I should probably do one. But, like, do I just go through every recipe and explain how it works? Because, like, I feel like if you just read them, it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, there's definitely some tricks that I could teach, but, like, I don't know, it doesn't seem that complicated. You have the Diablo cookbook, make videos using both? Bring the cookbook over, we'll cook together. It'll be a date. You need to know about the cube? You know what? If you start playing the expansion and have legitimate questions about the cube, I'll make that video. You know Reed, I am no smart? Oh. Well, I relate to that at in an intimate level. In Nothing But Diablo Aprons, I have one of those too. They gave me one with the knife. That's in my kitchen though. It's definitely complicated, my friend. I have a hard time grasping the mechanics of it. Okay. Like there probably are YouTube videos out there, but maybe I can make one that's a little simpler and easier to understand. Maybe. You bonk things and they die? Same. But like, is it sad? Out of all the things that they gave me while I was there, my favorite thing was just my name tag. I'm a simple man. Cube for Beginners video be good? Yeah, maybe. I have been looking for ideas to make content on. Daunting for people who are unfamiliar with that type of system. Yep, that's fair. What tier is this? This is Torment 12. I don't know why I had to think about that. You just made it to T8 with your Rogue, Druid, and Warlock. Need to get better. So yeah, I definitely bounced around quite a bit at first, because I started with Warlock, then I did Sorc, then I did Barb, then I did Necro. Got them all to where they were doing like T8 to T10, and then I'm like, alright, I gotta pick one, I gotta commit, I gotta push into T12, and that's why I'm on my Sorc now. Have you done any 24-hour streams lately? I haven't done any 24-hour streams in a while. I did do a subathon for the expansion launch, but I was still sleeping for that. But I have been thinking about possibly doing an actual, like a legitimate 24-hour stream soon-ish. If that's something people are interested in. Who knows? Maybe season 14. Maybe. Maybe. How is the Spearborn this season? I haven't played it personally. I've heard mixed opinions. Some people are loving it. Other people say that it feels terrible now and their build is ruined. So I guess it depends what you enjoy about the Spearborn. I would check out Immortalized for that. He seems to be the go-to Spearborn guy. You really enjoyed the one that went for several days, like being able to watch as part of your daily routine? Yeah, I did that for the expansion launch. It went like 4 days, 5 days, something like that. It didn't go nearly as long as last time, but... thank you for the subby. Appreciate it. Hello again, it's the Dutch. Wife and I started farming Infernal Hordes. We've been getting 1.9 to 2k ether per run so far. Yeah, when Infernal Hordes, when they pop off and you get crazy amounts of ether, it's pretty fun. Got things to do? All right, Orby, take it easy. I'll see you later. Oh shit, he's throwing that ass. Next patch, they're bringing the Demon Hunter. They're bringing the Demon Hunter. Next patch, probably not. Next expansion, maybe. But yeah, I'm guessing you say that because of the loot filter, because people pointed out, if you make a new loot filter and go to item type, and click show all classes, they added the hand crossbow as an option for the loot filter. There is no hand crossbow in Diablo 4. That was a weapon used by the Demon Hunter in Diablo 3. So, it's very interesting that that's there. Could it have been a mistake? Could they have imported code from Diablo 3 and they just goofed? Maybe. Are they planning on adding a hand crossbow? Are they planning on adding a cross... Jeez. Riz, speak. Are they planning on adding a hand crossbow that the rogue can use? Maybe. I don't know. But it's very interesting that that's there. Why'd they have the bazooka filter then? Imagine it just shows bazooka. I guess it would be over here. Right here. That'd be funny. They need a pants and no pants option under armor, because that would also be funny. Alright. Stoop. Stoop. We can delete this filter. I didn't mean to make a new one. Also, if you're not aware, there's a great website out there for loot filters called diablofilter.com. If you're looking to get some loot filters, you should definitely check it out. I'm not biased at all. No bias. No bias at all. Okay, time for Infernal Hordes. So we're going to do a 10 waiver. On Spiritborn, you played the hell out of it last season. However, they feel very squishy this season. I feel like most classes feel squishier this season unless you're leaning into one of the ultimate builds. Immortal builds, that's the word I was looking for. Did I build that website? Is that my website? Yes. Yes, it is. I'm playing Sorc as well as Paragon level 201. What are you using? Trying to get an idea of how to be better. So I'm doing a Chain Lightning Sorc. I use Harlequin Crust, Raiment of the Infinite. I use Elemental Constellation, Axial Conduit. I use Heirloom, Armageddon. I use Fractured Winterglass, Galvanic Azurite, Overwhelming Currents. And then I just have points in like a bunch of different spells. The thing about the Sorc is with Unstable Currents, it's specifically useful because it's constantly triggering Ball Lightning, Chain Lightning, Charge Bolts, Lightning Spear. And then in addition to that, on my Talisman, I'm using the threefold set, which once per cast, damaging enemies draws on Talrash's power, triggering a mastery skill. So that can trigger Blizzard, Meteor, Ball Lightning. So I'm putting points into all of those to amplify all of those doing damage constantly in like all the different types. It gets pretty nutty. On this website, does it have the info where to find unique loot? It doesn't, because I feel like every site you go to has different answers, and like it's hard to really pin all that down. The website's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's doing really well too. The website is currently at 1.3 million views since the expansion went live, which is pretty sick. You will say the set runes definitely make or break the character. You love the versatility. Oh, the charms. They're pretty good. They did a good job. They did a good job. Where am I going? Where's the Infernal Hordes? Right there. Now it's 1.3 million plus 1. Hell yeah. I see you have focused on crit damage. I take it that's important. I mean, it definitely helps. I just focus on good stats in general, though. I didn't really lean heavily into one type intentionally. It just kind of ended up working out that way. I could probably optimize it better. No synergy Riz over here? Shit. Want to get you the WoW cosmetics? Good luck with that. I did have some codes, but I gave them all away, unfortunately. What type of damage do you need to focus on? I mean, it depends on what you're doing. I'm focusing mostly on shock, but all of it's good. Send me link build, please. So in my bio, I have a link to my website that does link to my Thunder God Sorceress build, which is this build, but I have changed it a bit since then, and I need to update it still. So if you want the outdated version, it is there, but I will work on getting it updated. You're going to be lurking a bit, but we'll try to come back as you're taking care of a sick wife. Well, I hope she feels better soon. Please let her know I said that. Yeah, my playlist is a little all over the place today, and I'm kind of okay with it. You're doing the ball lightning build with your Sorc. Should you focus on shock or lightning damage on gear? So, from the way that I understand it, is shock is like the dot component of lightning, but I don't think that you can get just like plus lightning. I think it usually will say like plus shock skills. You want to get lightning damage, but you want to get shock skills, I believe. All you see is bzz, then ether orbs, pretty much. Pretty much. Always chaos. Always chaos. Gabo! Oh, lots of Gabos. Oh, this is going to be a good run. Oh, this is going to be a good run. Oh, this is going to be a good run. Feed me more Gabos! Oh, the Gabos. Oh, the Gabos. Get him! Get him! He's a big Gabo. Got him. All right. Let me catch up on chat here. This Sorc build's nasty? Hell yeah. You're doing Ball of Lightning 2. Shock damage is a must. So I'm doing Chain Lightning, but it does use Ball Lightning in it. Do I have a video of my build using Incinerate at the moment? I don't, but I might make one. So I doubt I'll make one for this season, but I'll probably focus on making a really good one for next season, because I'll probably play this again next season. But I will update my build guide at least. When tempering, should you look for shock damage over lightning multiplying damage? For on tempering, I would say go lightning damage. I don't even. Can you even go shock damage? So on tempers, I would usually lean like cooldown's good. I guess you can get shock damage. Crit's good. Yeah, I guess I lean more into cooldown on my gear. Cooldown and crit. Whether that's right or not, I don't know. But the multipliers are really good. I have a multiplier here. You ready for PoE2 update? I'm excited for it. I don't know that I'm ready for it. There's so much. There's so much. You hope they fix Ordan next season? You're sick of playing Barb? The Ordan playstyle never really appealed to me, but I know a lot of people liked it, so hopefully it's better. Hopefully Paladin just in general is better next season. A 50% crit chance with 1300 crit damage with 600k toughness. Can't push past T9. Any tips? Get your crit chance higher, because ideally you want to be closer to 100%. I know there's a rune word that you can get that does give you more crit. I think it's the Gar rune. Might be useful if you're not already using it. 2026 has been a great year of gaming. Yeah, for real. How can you get my build? So in my bio, I have a link to my website that does link to my build on Mobalytics. It's called the Thunder God Sorc, although it is out of date and I need to update it because I have made some pretty big changes to it. And I plan on doing that tonight or tomorrow morning. Another Chaos Wave. Are you serious? After the wave ended. Rude. When season started, Blessed Hammer was S tier, and now is a side player. You wasted so long. So at the beginning of the season, nobody actually knew. People were just guessing and throwing stuff on a tier list. Have any hardcore runs? I did start a hardcore Sorc, but it's only like level 30 or something like that. It's got a lot of work to do still. It's crazy how little the numbers mean. You're at like 1,000 crit damage and 300k toughness, and you chill in T12. Yeah. Ankton. I feel like Ankton sounds like a cartoon character name. Mythic Seal's like 1% chance to find. Why? Because it's a mythic. It's supposed to be rare. Honestly, I feel like all mythics need to be more rare than they are. I think right now they're way too easy to find. Alright. Can this build solo Uber Mephisto? The T10 version I have killed. I haven't tried the T12 in a while. That would be spicy. 1 month now you haven't found it? Yeah, I haven't found one yet either. But I like that personally. I like that the game has like an actual tail. Like that you have to, like there's like a chase still. Like there, you might go a whole season without finding one. And I like that. Personally, I feel like this game has gotten way too easy to get everything that you need. Yeah, the season journey and like the Undercity, it just like prints mythics. Undercity needs to get nerfed hard. They really made unique too easy to find before. Yeah, uniques like all around, definitely. I think like regular uniques are in a better place now that they are random, because like you still get a lot of them, but they're not always going to be the right stats. But I do like that you like if you do get one with good stats, you can re-roll the unique power if you got a bad roll on that. So at least you can save like one that's like really good but has like a bad roll on the unique power. But yeah, like mythics are just, they're so common. They don't really feel mythic anymore. Took you an embarrassing amount of time to realize you could reroll the power. I mean, it's just one of the cube recipes, but yeah. How do you feel about the Warlock right now? It's fun but weak, and if you like seeing your feet, it's difficult. I think the spells are a little too visually noisy. But I think that like the actual class itself is cool. Hopefully it gets a little bit of a buff. Not like a class-wide buff, but for the underperforming builds. I think all the underperforming builds need to be boosted. Can't see your whole ass screen as Apocalypse? Yeah. What do you think needs to be nerfed? Yeah, Barb needs to be nerfed. I think Unstable Currents, which is what I'm using, definitely is a little too strong compared to all of the other Sorc ultimates. So I think they need to bring Unstable Currents down a little bit and the other ones way up. And then all the other classes need to be brought up a little bit. Like, I really do hope at some point they do, like, one season where their sole focus is on buffing the underperforming builds. And, like, just basically ignore the other ones. Like, Chain Lightning, don't look at it. Ball Lightning, don't look at it. Like, Hoda Barbs, ignore them. Whirlwind Barb, leave them alone. Spearborn, buff that shit. Rogues, Necros, buff them. Maybe take Umbacrux out of the game. That item single-handedly has had more bugs than like anything in the game, so just delete it. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad I'm not a developer, personally. Because, like, the amount of stuff that you got to figure out and consider when making any changes is huge. Really hoping for a good Frostbell on Sorc next season? Yeah, that would be cool. He said buff Necro, not kill Necro? Yeah, no, buff him, make him fun. On Blessed Hammer, your 5 glyphs have 150 and 140 level, and you can't play Torment 12. Player is floor now. Oh, no. I mean, I know that there are decent Paladin builds out there, so maybe you just need to switch to a different build? I don't know. I do know they're one of the weaker classes this season, but I have to imagine that there's something you can do. Come here, Gabo. I'm getting a lot of Chaos Wave offers. Change to Barbarian, he's only #1 any always, yeah. Yeah. It definitely seems like there's been a long time class imbalance in this game. Like, I do think that they've done a good job making it to where, like, most classes do have viable builds, but it does seem like Barb and Sorc are always kind of leader of the pack. And then, like, when they do new classes, sometimes they come out broken, but they usually bring them back down. Which we saw with the Paladin. We didn't see with the Warlock, really. The Warlock just kind of came out kind of mid. Still fun, but definitely not the overpowered class that we were expecting it to be. Which is, honestly, if they continue that going forward and they just, like, they're kind of on the same playing field as other builds, cool. I'm fine with that. I'm curious what the Warlock is going to feel like in Diablo Immortal. Like, I know they announced it, but I haven't really looked into it at all. Have they showed what the Warlock gameplay is going to look like in that game yet? Probably wouldn't play it, but I'm curious. And I also wonder, because Diablo Immortal has so much in common with Diablo 3, is there any chance that they would ever port the Warlock back into Diablo 3? Because that would be cool. I would definitely go back and play a Diablo 3 season as the Warlock. Yep. Yep. What's your next class be? What have you played so far this season? Shit. We paid for Blessed Hammer character, and is fail really? I mean, he was good when he first came out. He was really good. But I think they'll buff the Paladin. Just bring back the Witch Doctor. They kind of did. The Warlock kind of is the Witch Doctor. Fun fact, if you translate it to Spanish and then translate it back, it becomes Witch Doctor. But I think if we were going to get the actual Witch Doctor, we would have got that in Vessel of Hatred when we were in Nahantu, because that's where the jungles that the Witch Doctors are from is. So I think we probably missed the boat on that one. It's still so weird to me, though, how many people want the Witch Doctor back. When Diablo 3 was active, it was the least popular character by far. So it's like, why are people so nostalgic for it now? Like, I think it'd be cool if they brought it back, but I find it interesting. All right, so that should give me the seasonal objective, right? Because that's how nostalgia works. That's fair. There it is. Nice. And a lot of extra ether to spare. Oh, I got 2 of them? Ooh, and a spark. Hell yeah. Wait, give me 3. Give me a third one. Alright, fine. Excited for PoE 2 next Friday? It's this Friday. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 days away. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Do I have a different character for the season? I have done a Warlock, Sorceress, Barbarian, and Necromancer so far.
Taken apart, melted down.
Do. Which one's my favorite? Sorceress. You played Witch Doctor in D3. Would be cool if they make one for D4. Yeah, I do think it would be cool if they did it. I don't expect it, just because, like, we already have the dual resource class. I guess that was Demon Hunter. Never mind. But a lot of the Warlock's abilities were very similar to the Witch Doctor. The Spiritborn had a lot of similarities to the Witch Doctor. We've already been to Nahantu. We already left that area. So I doubt it, but if they did it, hell yeah. I'm always into having new classes or old classes come back. I really wonder if we're going to get new classes at all, or if we're going to get some kind of alternate progression system for the existing classes we have. Because having more than 8 sounds like a lot. Especially when right now we have 2 of each type already. It just feels very well-rounded. But maybe. You'd like to see Amazon? So, yeah, that's the other thing, is, like, a lot of people want Amazons, but it's just so similar to the Rogue. To where, like, it would almost make more sense if they did, like, an ascendancy system or a mastery system like PoE or Last Epoch has, to where the Rogue could choose, okay, I want to be a Rogue, I want to be an Amazon, I want to be an Assassin. Like, you get to pick between those or something. Is there a new area with the expansion or just classes? Yeah, the Isles of Scovos. What do you mean by alternate system? So in Path of Exile, when you start a new character, like say you start as like a Templar, when you get to a certain point, you can ascend and you can become a Hierophant, or you can become I don't even remember what the other one's called. Let's see, Path of Exile. I'll go to Path of Exile 2 since it's down for maintenance. They're both great timing, Riz. PoE 2 Ascendancies. What? All right, so Yeah, so if you're playing a monk, you can then become an invoker or an acolyte of Chuyula or a martial artist. So you get to kind of choose, and so they get like a different, like ascendancy section of their tree where they get additional modifiers that change the way you play your character. My brain is farting like crazy. Like if you've ever played World of Warcraft, it's kind of like how like you can play a mage. Then you can be an arcane mage, a fire mage, a frost mage, that kind of thing. So like it would be to where like maybe once you get into the Paragon levels, you can choose, okay, I want my rogue to be an assassin rogue or a witch doctor rogue or, you know, something like that. I think that could be cool. I don't know if they'll do it because people will just be like, you guys are copying Path of Exile now, which, is that a bad thing? I don't know. If people like it, I don't know if they'll do it or not. I feel like if they were going to do it, they would find a way to Diabloify it, do it in their own way. If you start a new character, does the stash chest carry over? If you were playing a seasonal character, it'll carry over to seasonal. If you're playing Eternal, it'll carry over to Eternal. If you're playing seasonal hardcore, it'll carry over to seasonal hardcore. So there's like 4 different chunks: softcore, hardcore, Eternal, seasonal. Like pick your combo. If a new season starts, then nothing carries over. Like something won't carry over from season 13 to 14. But if you're playing like 2 characters on the same season, the stash carries over, yeah. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. I like that. I like that. Why did I get a comment on my YouTube video that says, am I AI? What? Chain Lightning Sorc, build link, or homebrew? Homebrew. I do have a build guide, but it's outdated. I need to update it. I'm planning on updating it tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, so somebody just commented, are you AI? I respond, yes. Yes, I am.
PP to break another one.
Okay,
I'll be here, swinging away.
let's see how the 110 goes now. Lethal Shrine Rot right off the bat, that'll help. There's both an A and I in Rizarjay. You know, you're onto something. Although I have been using that screen name since like 2002. Does that change anything? Like I probably have viewers that are younger than my username. That's scary. You're leaning Jin or plants? The Plant Daddy builds do look pretty fun. Think you're gonna do Frost Nova Snap? I'm leaning towards Gemling Legionnaire. But like, it's kind of like a mystery box class, because like we don't know what the gem qualities are gonna give. But that sounds fun to me. It's just kind of figuring it out as I go. It might be total bait. But like, I'm not that attached anyways, so YOLO. And I haven't really played a whole lot of crossbow yet, so it could be fun. Start crossbow and then figure out what gem I like and then lean into that, respec. Balls are back? Yeah, they are. My balls are here to enhance my chains. Huh? What did that just do? I don't even know. feel like sometimes it spits out stuff. Other times it does nothing. Is it gonna do something else? Like when I finish? I don't know. Yeah, so I'm kind of blowing through this one. I'm okay with that. That was a 110? Why did I struggle with a 110 earlier? Weird. Alright. Not complaining.
Step up to my anvil, taken apart, melted down.
Alright, can I do a 115? You create builds for Mobalytics. So I don't create builds for Mobalytics. I've made builds and I've posted them on Mobalytics. Maybe someday. But yeah, this is the Thunder God build. You just got a 5J axial conduit, so you're playing Chain of Lightning now? Nice. I need to update the build. But yeah, it is on there. What up, Mr. K? How you doing? What class should you start with if it's your first time? So, do you play other role-playing games? Like, what classes do you generally gravitate towards? Like, what do you generally like? More like melee play styles? Do you like more like caster play styles? Played Demon Hunter in the previous Diablo. So if you liked Demon Hunter, I would say probably the Rogue. Maybe Spiritborn. I think the Rogue's probably a safer bet. Unless you really like the Demon Hunter because of the dual resource system, and then I would say the Warlock. But honestly, like, if you're brand new to the game, I don't think there's a bad option. You want to try something new? So, do you have the expansions or no? Because if you don't have the expansions, you won't have access to the Spiritborn, the Paladin, or the Warlock. The Barb or the Paladin? So, the Barb is much stronger this season than the Paladin. The Paladin's on the weaker side. But they're both fun classes. You purchase everything? Okay. The Paladin was really strong the last 2 seasons, but this season it kind of took a nerf. I'm hoping that they fix it, because right now it sounds like it's pretty weak comparatively. What up, Snipchat? How you doing? I'm doing well. How the hell are you doing? Bow, 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 bow. Alright, so earlier I struggled with the 110, and now I'm doing 115. This is weird. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Started Sorc today. I love my Sorcs. I'm pretty sure I've played a Sorc every single season. I think it's the only class that I've played every season. I think I've gotten a Sorc to max level every season, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Ayo! Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. How you guys doing? What were y'all up to? You're doing Fire, Ice, Twin, Conjuration Hybrid. Nice. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of everything. I got Fire, Lightning, and Ice going on. It feels pretty good. I definitely think Sorc did... The skill tree rework for the Sorc feels really good. You love Sorc class? Best class? I agree. What would you think make you more invested into the game? In what way? Heck! Uh-oh. Beating up Mephisto for moderate fun and disappointing profits. I hear that. I hear that. To make it feel fun. I mean, if the game just doesn't feel fun, maybe it's not the game for you. I don't know. I was having a blast since level 1 when I played this game. Okay, got him. Using Frost, Hydra, and Fire Blades. Nice. I like that. I like that. That's kind of how I'm using Frost, Hydra, and Fire Teleport. Warlock or Sorc? So if you like caster playstyles, I really like the Sorc. The Warlock is the new kid on the block. It's the newest class. It's a little clunky, but it is fun to play. Rogues are definitely strong this season. I haven't played one, but I've heard that they're doing really good. We got a Butchie. Got a Butchie! No? Okay. Melt him. Melt him! He's not melting. Shit. Okay. He's so tanky. Okay, got him. We did it. Are items easy to come by and drop, or do you have to really grind for them? So, I mean, you'll get a lot of items, but to get the best items, you definitely will have to put in some work for them. But that's kind of the appeal of the game. Like, that is the whole game. It is a grindy game. Like, so much so that the biggest competition to Diablo is called Path of Exile. It's by a company called Grinding Gear Games, because that is the whole genre, is grinding for gear. You just re-downloaded Diablo and you're so lost. They've added a lot. And I will say, it is a lot to learn. But once you learn it, it's easily in the best place the game's ever been. Bum, bum, bum. All right, what do we got here? I keep accidentally punching my mic. I am so sorry, chat. I didn't mean it. When I do that, is it loud? I don't even know. We're talking about what it was like in preseason, and it's come so far. It really has. It really has. Like, I've enjoyed the game since it was brand new. Like, I've always enjoyed it. There were definitely some seasonal announcements where I was like, that's it. But like, I still had fun with it. But now it's just like, I feel genuinely excited about the game and like really optimistic about the future. Cannot wait for Thursday when we find out about next season. Like, it just feels good. Game's messed up. You got an amulet that raises your crit damage by 1,000 and crit chance to 100%, and you do less damage. Doesn't sound right. I can't imagine finding an amulet that gives that much. Are you sure you're playing this game? You logged in a few weeks ago when you had some time off, and it was all about the seasonal event. Which seasonal event? The ritual thing with the butchers. So that was last season? Gotcha. Is there even a point to play D4 as a free-to-play? D4 is not a free game. That's Diablo Immortal. That's the wrong game. This game has no pay to win, but it is a box game that you have to buy. Is it finished? The season, the Butcher stuff? Yeah, that's over. That was last season. You mean without the DLC? Gotcha. I mean, if you just enjoy playing the game, I think it's still worth playing, but you're definitely going to be missing out on a lot of the content for sure. 1 a.m.? Holy moly. You switched with Fractured Winterglass. It definitely Diablo 4 Season 13. Yeah, this is, season 13. You switch it with your Fractured Winterglass. It's definitely Diablo 4 Season 13. And it has 100% crit and 1,000% crit damage. What is... I mean, I have 101% crit strike damage, and that's a mythic masterwork. Like, how are you getting 1,000%? What kind of voodoo do you have on your amulet? What about late game without DLC? You just reach 70 and you're lost. So without the DLC, obviously you're not going to have the Paladin or the Warlock or the Spiritborn if you didn't have that one. You won't have War Plans, which isn't a big deal. You won't be able to juice up your endgame content, and you won't have like the path to follow. You won't get extra rewards for it, but you can still do all of it. You won't have the Talisman, which will be a big source of power that you just don't have, which is unfortunate. You're not going to have the final node of every skill on the entire skill tree for every class. So that's basically cutting your skill tree in thirds, not counting the side modifiers. You will have loot filters. That's something. But yeah, you're definitely going to be at a severe disadvantage without it. But if you're not competitive, if you're not competing with other people, you'll still be able to play the game. You can still get probably a decent Torment. I doubt you'd be able to do much in Torment 12 without the Talisman, though, honestly. I'm curious about that. You have 2,400 crit damage right now. You swap the amulet, it takes you to 3,400, and caps your crit damage from 86 takes you 100. Okay. I'm still surprised about adding 1,000 crit damage, but going from 86 to 100 makes more sense. Yeah, I don't know. When it comes to like all the mathy stuff of build making, I do struggle there. Admittedly, I'm not math brained. No. That one, I guess.
Fight well, my friend.
All right, we got to go do Andorial. You'll do a Sorc tomorrow. If you don't like it, switch to Lock. Sorc is my personal favorite. I really enjoy the Sorc, but they're definitely not for everybody. I will say if you're new to the game, it might be advantageous to go to like Maxroll and look up a build guide, like specifically a leveling build guide, and read through that first. It might give you some ideas. Honest question, should you try to build an endgame character and go hardcore as long as you have only the base game with no access to the cube and other features? I mean, hardcore's fun. I definitely like hardcore. You will be missing out on the Talisman, which is a big source of power this season. Defensively, I don't know if it's that big of a deal. Offensively, though, you might be weaker. It's hard to say. But I mean, if you're just looking to have fun in hardcore, go for it and just go in with the expectations of, I might not be able to do everything, but that's okay. And just, you know, push yourself to the limits that you have. Like, as long as you set your expectations, I think it'd be fun. I do think the game is better with the expansions, though, for sure. Get him. Get her. Get her, get her, get her, get her, get her, get her. Got her. I think it's got something to do with the ad for Conjuration on the Fractured Winterglass. Not a heavy player, just a few hours nightly. Gotcha. Yeah, maybe. Oh, we got a Mephisto key.
Your death will be swift.
Interesting. Playing hardcore with nothing but the base game sounds like an extreme hard mode hardcore. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. We don't need that. All right, you know what? I'm not going to try on Torment 12, but I am going to try on 11 and see how that goes. Dun, dun, dun.
To think you all started here.
I hope I don't get absolutely destroyed here.
And of hate.
It's possible.
And to hatred you shall return. Are you not tired of lying to yourself? That this world, these people, can be saved? You fight so hard to reveal the truth.
Oh boy.
And yet you refuse to see it.
Nope. Okay. Phase 2. You wish you could post to pick your suck and can do most Torment 11, but stuff Torment 12 kicks your butt. Can do Pit 115, but not 120. I mean, I'm to the point where I can do like a 115-ish pretty easily. Although earlier, for whatever reason, I did a 105 and it got my ass kicked. That was weird. But yeah, like I can't do like Mephisto Torment 12 at all.
I am little illusions.
I'm curious if I'll be able to take him down on 11 or not. But yeah, the jump between Torment tiers is pretty significant. Especially if you're playing like an ethical build. Shit! My computer lagged for like half a second. Alright, one more try. What do you consider an ethical build? So, like, when I say that, I mean, like, not one of the immortal builds. Or, like, one that's using, like glitches, like the rogue Umbacrux builds. That didn't go well. Like, using stuff that clearly wasn't intended. Maybe not necessarily like an exploit, but like, just doesn't feel like it should be that the way that it is.
You will.
Who's following us in the pit? That's all you want to know? So, Loathburger has a video up on that. It's called, like, The Secret in the Pit or something like that. There's actually, like, a boss that you can summon by doing, like, an elaborate thing. I haven't done it yet because I'm lazy. But that is actually, like, a thing. Shit. I haven't seen that phase in a while. I forgot what to do there. But, yeah, you can, like, go to, like, a bunch of specific tiers in the pit and get, like, different interactions until you eventually get to fight, like, a boss, like Koron or whatever. Does this build have to do Mephisto's mechanics, or can I tank it? I definitely have to do mechanics on this. Any special with the boss? I haven't done it, but it didn't look like anything super exciting, but I don't know. I intentionally didn't watch very closely because I wanted to be surprised if/when I actually end up doing it. Okay. So yeah, I feel comfortable on this boss in Torment 10, but I think 11 is still a little much for me. With that, I do think I'm going to call it here for the day. You don't consider the ball lightning builds ethical? I think ball lightning is ethical. It's just overpowered. Because like I think there people are using that the way that it's intended. I think that the people who are using like the selling tech that basically makes them unkillable, I think that is unethical. I mean, I don't shame anybody for using it or anything, like not like that, but like people in the community in like other games I've heard refer to like unethical builds as in something that's just like it's clearly completely broken, but people are like using it to their advantage to finish content that they shouldn't be able to. But it is what it is. Anyways, I'm out of here for the day. I will be back tomorrow. I think that's all I got for you today. I'm gonna raid somebody. I don't know who yet. We'll figure it out. Hope you guys all have a great night, and I will see you soon. Later.